Well, it's finally June, and that means Flag Day, Father's Day, the first official day of summer, and a state budget signing deadline. 3 out of 4 of these things will absolutely happen. Welcome to DaveTalk. Without a doubt, we will mark Flag Day on June 14, Father's Day on June 15, and the first official day of summer on June 21. But what about the state budget being passed on time by June 30th? In local government, every year, you get the job done by your deadline. Not because you have to, but because it's the right thing to do, and it's just plain common sense. But in Harrisburg, as they are less than 3 weeks away from the deadline, what are they talking about? Preemption of local zoning for energy projects. But where's the problem? Where are the local governments standing in the way of progress? Not 3 Mile Island in Dauphin County, where zoning changes were embraced to pave the way for a nuclear solution to a 20-year energy demand for Microsoft's artificial intelligence. Not in Homer City, Indiana County, where a closed coal plant is being converted into a multi-thousand jobs energy production operation with partnerships of the state and local players. And not in the thousands of acres of active solar production fields all across Pennsylvania. If Harrisburg would spend their time fixing problems that exist, rather than manufacturing concepts to pass over common sense local government partners, Pennsylvania would be a better place. But back to the state budget. Less than 3 weeks away from a deadline, then they've not even agreed on how much money there is to spend. Forget about how even to spend it. Instead, they're talking about legalizing recreational pot and expanding gambling to generate new money for the state without even discussing the local impacts that each of these industries will have on our communities. What about partnering to fix Pennsylvania's roads and bridges? Instead of focusing on how to help local communities deal with the high costs of paving roads and repairing bridges, all the talk is about a massive bailout of Philadelphia's mass transit system, cloaking it as a statewide problem and suggesting that every community uses mass transit. You know, almost $300 million, with a lion's share of that going to Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Local mass transit leaders say it will help, but it's still not enough. Even they say their current operations are in a death spiral. Every transportation dollar that has been freed up by moving state police to the general fund, which is where it should be as a matter of public policy, has only been allowed to be spent on state roads and bridges, not a penny for locals. When is enough enough? When will Harrisburg start talking about cost controls? When does common sense come back? Take a couple of minutes to reach out to your Harrisburg officials, not just your House and Senate member, but let the governor know too about local government's role as a partner with the state instead of being treated like a special interest. I bet we could get some things done together. Heck, maybe if we're really lucky and lightning strikes and there's a rebirth of common sense, we could have a state budget on time without blaming Washington for not sending enough money. But maybe that's just a dream. But then again, that's the part of summer that I remember best, dreaming. A warm day with a cool breeze after the work gets done. Maybe we can dream about a better Pennsylvania instead of the nightmare of missing another constitutional budget deadline.